the year of 1939 when the Nazi government of Germany invades Poland and starts occupying more and more territory in Europe, North Africa, and the Soviet Union over the next 6 years. The Allies and the Axis forces confront each other in intense clashes, with immeasurable lives lost, while news broadcasters risk their lives to report on the Holocaust. Every clash, every event, and every move is being logged and diligently aimed to be understood. However, the enduring legacy of this dark chapter is marked by lingering mysteries, including unresolved enigmas that unfolded during and after the war, persisting in their ability to both intrigue and baffle even today. From mystifying disappearances to lost riches, we explore the most significant unsolved mysteries of World War II. America was already concerned about the events at Pearl Harbor when something unexpected happened in Los Angeles on the night of February 24-25, 1942. The truth was far from clear, despite initial fears of a Japanese attack on the United States. Alarms rang out, searchlights pierced the darkness, and anti-aircraft cannons thundered back. Surprisingly, there was no trace of a substantial enemy presence the following morning. Buildings and automobiles were destroyed by errant artillery fire in the aftermath, with officials attributing the pandemonium to a false alarm, apparently caused by a stray weather balloon. Despite this, several ideas surround the occurrence, including UFO conspiracies, providing a connection to the next unsolved mystery. During World War II, Allied aircraft pilots began seeing luminous lights in the sky, nicknamed Foo Fighters, over Europe and the Pacific around 1942. These bright spheres exhibited unusual behavior, quickly following and maneuvering alongside the aircraft. They were, in a sense, unidentified flying objects. Notably, Foo Fighters never exhibited hostile intent and never presented a danger to Allied crews. Various theories have been postulated, ranging from the potential of German secret weapons to pilot hallucinations caused by weariness, electrical phenomena, and even the exciting concept of extraterrestrial participation. Despite this, no proof or strong evidence was ever uncovered. Foo Fighters became a puzzle that no one could solve till now. But what about the fancy items and riches plundered during the war? Where did these go? There are dark tunnels under the earth in Lower Silesia, near Wrocław, Poland, where residents report about ghostly wealth. But does this mysterious site contain any reality, or is it just the haunting ghost of a war? As the tide of battle turned in 1945, there were claims of the Nazis creating an underground tunnel network for the stated goal of conveying stolen valuables. A train transporting unimaginable riches, such as gold bars, stolen paintings, and jewelry, is said to be stranded in a collapsed tunnel. Many people have sought this famous treasure since the war's conclusion, equipped with metal detectors and driven by rumors of buried riches. Nonetheless, their pursuit across treacherous terrain and collapsed caverns has failed and at times led to catastrophes. The effect of the quest extends beyond the need for money. It serves as a sharp reminder of how conflict harms people and how stolen cash may devastate lives. Among the countless aircraft lost during World War II, there is a tale of a mystery jet that supposedly disappeared into the wide emptiness of the Libyan desert. On April 5, 1943, the Lady Be Good, an American B-24D Liberator plane, took off on a flight to a Libyan base before inexplicably disappearing. The wreckage of the aircraft was located in the desert south of the airstrip in May 1948, but the crew was notably missing. It wasn't until 1960 that the first signs of the crew were discovered, with bones discovered around 16 miles from the crash site, indicating they had released parachutes and landed separately. What happened between the disappearance of the plane and the finding of the dispersed remains a mystery. The bizarre narrative of Lady Be Good raises questions about the crew's desperate battle for life. Were they forced to abandon the ship owing to mechanical problems, navigational mistakes, or other unforeseeable circumstances? The unnerving space between the crash site and where the crew was discovered adds to the mystery surrounding their narrative. Moving through the pages of history, our next trip brings us to the heart of Nazi Germany. The loss of Hitler's globe adds a layer of mystery to the war's aftermath, enabling us to learn more about this complicated age. The Columbus Globe for state and industry leaders, commonly referred to as Hitler's Globe, gained notoriety as a symbol of Nazi propaganda. Initially owned by Adolf Hitler, this globe became iconic, notably featured in Charlie Chaplin's film The Great Dictator in 1940. The globe was a lavish representation of Hitler's imperial ambitions, showcasing the German Reich as its zenith. However, the fate of this significant artifact remains shrouded in mystery. Following World War II, Allied forces discovered and confiscated various Nazi treasures, but the whereabouts of Hitler's globe remained elusive. Many globes around the world are said to have belonged to Hitler. There are 3 in Berlin, one at the Institute of Geography, one at the Marshall Museum, and a third at the German Historical Museum. Still, the authenticity of many of them is questionable. As we navigate through the mysteries of history, our journey leads us to the Bermuda Triangle and the perplexing vanishing act of Flight 19. Flight 19, a squadron of 5 bombers, unexpectedly disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle on December 5, 1945, marking a dark episode in aviation history. Their radio messages became more chaotic and disoriented before abruptly terminating. Everything became quiet as they were chatting on the radio. Following that, the search and rescue aircraft sent to find them also vanished. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage or corpses were ever discovered. The lack of clear proof, along with the disappearance of search and rescue planes, has fueled speculations ranging from natural occurrences to speculative conceptions of alien participation. This perplexing episode is one of several mysterious disappearances related to the Bermuda Triangle. It's time now to enter the post-World War II world, where we will meet hidden escape routes that pose concerns about justice, atonement, and the fuzzy borders between pragmatism and morality. The United States' secret post-World War II operation, also named Operation Paperclip, sponsored the movement of several German scientists, including major participants in rocket research to American territory. The goal of this strategic effort was to use German scientific competence for the emerging Cold War space race. At the same time, a network of escape routes known as Ratlines enabled German scientists and war criminals to seek safety in Europe and South America. Adolf Eichmann, a crucial player in the Holocaust, was apprehended in Argentina by Israel's Mossad and condemned to death. The workings of escape networks remain unknown, including reports that Pope Pius XII assisted in the escape of persons, including war criminals. There is no definite documentation in the Vatican archives to substantiate or reject these assertions, however. Our journey now takes us to the early 1700s and the splendor of the Catherine Palace. The loss of the Amber Room during World War II initiates a voyage into hidden chambers, secret transfers, and the continuous effort to discover this cultural treasure. In 1702, there was this incredibly beautiful room made of amber and gold in a palace near St. Petersburg, Russia. But in 1941, during the Nazi occupation, the amber room fell victim to the Nazis as they seized its intricate amber panels. Speculation arose that the panels were transported to Königsberg, Germany, but their whereabouts remain unknown. Despite extensive searches, the original panels have never resurfaced. Russia recreated the amber room in the Catherine Palace to preserve its cultural heritage. The mystery surrounding the fate of the original panels persists, adding a layer of intrigue to the storied history of this lost masterpiece. Concluding our journey through wartime mysteries, we shift our focus to a pivotal moment in 1941, the solo flight of Rudolf Hess. The enigmatic event opens a window to the inner turmoil of the Nazi regime, setting the stage for reflections on desperation, conflicting motives, and the complexities of war. In 1941, a Scottish farmer made a startling discovery on his property when he stumbled upon the wreckage of a plane. To everyone's astonishment, the occupant of the downed aircraft was none other than Rudolf Hess, a prominent Nazi official. Hess had managed to fly undetected from Germany to Scotland, skillfully avoiding radar and anti-aircraft defenses. Despite his seemingly audacious escape, his mission's intent to negotiate peace with the UK was met with skepticism. Captured after the crash, Hess spent the remainder of World War II as a prisoner in a Allied-controlled Spandau prison in Berlin. His supposed peace mission was widely dismissed, and instead he faced trial at Nuremberg. Hess was sentenced to life in prison, serving his sentence until he died in 1987. The mysterious circumstances surrounding Hess' solo flight to Scotland and his dubious peace mission continue to be subjects of historical debate and speculation. The exciting and unsolved mysteries remind us that there are things in the world that we can't explain. Even though we might want answers, sometimes it's fine to accept that there will always be mysteries and things we don't fully understand.